So I've been preoccupied the last week in London, and I've been not paying too much attention to what's going on in America, aside from the fabulous Democratic convention and all the success and the joy and the uplifting and the positive vibes there. But last night, after hanging out with Brits and a Belgium guy, and Brits I think there was one guy from Ireland. No, I think he was a Brit, an Irish Brit. And talking about records and going to records, talking about music, I kind of got away from all this audiophile crap that seems to just entrench Americans. Now, obviously, that is not an absolute. There are plenty of people in the UK and the continent and around the world who are into these audiophile pressings. But the chaps that I was hanging out with, they kind of think this whole audiophile thing, whether it's boxes or $40, $60, $150 records, is ridiculous. Now, not that they don't pay money for originals and they buy reissues, and many of them do. But I'm brought back to life here, and I'm doing this video, and we'll see if I post this, because after posting the wonderful, blissful splendor of Britain in London, last night when I was in bed, I went back on the Hoffman music forums. I hadn't been there since I've been here pretty much, and especially about the Rhino high fidelity thread. Heads are exploding. Now, it's only about maybe a 50-50. There's a handful of people that don't like that Rhino in this case, and this happens across the board in these labels, are reissuing records so fast after they put a so-called numbered edition out. I think specifically this just came about again, not just with Black Sabbath, but with the ZZ Top box. That was limited to 2,000 copies. Well, the copies now that are unnumbered are not, I guess, are an open edition. We don't know. We don't know. They most likely were pressed at the same time. They're extra ones, and they're selling them. Rightly so. They sold out. Now, some people are so upset. Like, it's again, they're comparing it to MoFi-gate and the transparency of record companies. Well, record companies, their job is to sell these fucking records, as many as possible. And I've said this before. I've done videos on this. Is about editions. An edition is just that. It's not limited. And if you're buying a record because it's limited, that's on you. Now, the thing with Record Store Day, quote, limited, numbered, whether they're first Record Store Day or exclusive, everything eventually comes out again. Now, maybe in this case, you're upset because it came out, 2 weeks later after it sold out, 3 weeks later? Shut the fuck up. But it's about the music and you want the record, so what? Now, the thing about limited editions, it does get you to buy it sooner than later, not to put it off, not to take your time. Now, I probably sound like, this shill, because I've said this. I've gotten about 4 free Rhino high fidelity records from the label. I bought 4 myself, and if I like something, I like it, and that's pretty much it. I would say this if I didn't get any of these free. I understand business, I understand editions, all that. And there's a whole other video you can get into the deets on that. And I just wanted to do this video to break up my trip and bring us back to America. And I think it's safe right now because shut the fuck up. I'm recording this, 9 in the morning, so it's 1 in the morning on the west coast of the state, so it's pretty much all of you people in America are sleeping. These British record collectors don't understand this bullshit about keeping records sealed and slabbing records and doing all these things. That's when it's not about the music, These records should be available, and so what if it pushed you? Now, there was one in particular thing. Now, by even bringing this up, I'm going to be accused of being a heartless American bastard, or just a Thank you very much for the entry. I'm going to be accused of being heartless. This one fellow And I feel for him, seriously. He wrote this huge, massive comment in that high fidelity thread about, he's on disability and his family. I mean, all this kind of the sick and thing, and when he buys something like that, it's an investment, and he wouldn't have bought the box if he knew he could buy them individually later. I mean, I feel for that. But if you're that close, you shouldn't be buying $40 records anyway. I know that sounds heartless, and I seriously, I swear I don't mean it to be heartless. It's not that. But, and if $200, which is a lot, you're getting now 5 records, so they're $40 a piece. Still, don't buy those. Go find a used copy of any of those ZZ Top records, or wait. Everything comes out eventually. Remember the Bowie boxes? Now I think they were limited. They weren't numbered, but they were limited. A year and a half later, they all come out individually. Most of the time when there's a box set, things come out individually. So just wait. Audiophile, there's always another version. Rhino is in the business of, as much as they can, selling all the Warner Brothers catalog, the Warner Electro-Atlantic, the Warner Music catalog. That is their job. And so if they say something, if it gets you to buy it faster, that's on you, And the thing is, everything is kind of limited. You never know when something's going to come out. Usually it does, but it might be a year, it might be 5 years. We know that a lot of these rare, look at the Jackpot Records that did that psychedelic record that came out Record Store Day. It was limited to Record Store Day. And I always forget the name of it, the yellow vinyl psychedelic record. It came out, 3 months later, 4 months later again. And now people are allowed to buy it. Now, some people, rushed and had to buy things right away, so they paid $100 or $150 on Discogs or eBay. Again, that's on you. If you're patient, everything goes down. When a new release comes out, let's say Mind Games, or any new release box set comes out by the Beatles or any other thing, if it's not something limited, within 6 months or a year, it's like a third the price or half the price. So if you're patient, you can get it. So I just wanted to do this. I wanted to get back to my American roots, where people bitch and moan about these things that are, it's so silly, Again, if you're a flipper, so be it. If you lost money because you bought these up and you're not getting your $150 or $100 anymore because they put out unnumbered editions, that's it. But come on, enjoy the music. I've been finding some great records here, some original pressings, just some records that I don't see easily or usually in the States, and it's been a really fun trip. I'm coming home tomorrow. This is recorded on Tuesday, and the big news of the day, all over the news today, not the politics, not the wars, not anything else. Oasis is getting back together for a reunion. What do you know? The Wanker brothers are getting back together. Right now it's only Ireland and in England, in the UK. I wonder if they would do America. They were never big in America. There were cult audience. I saw them at a small club called the Bottom of the Hill Club in San Francisco on their first visit to America. Tiny thing. Didn't one of them find a girlfriend in San Francisco? That's what I recall. Or did I dream that? I don't remember. But of course they're massive here in Europe, especially in the UK. So Oasis getting back together. It's the money, stupid. It's the reunion, stupid. All the power to them. The musicians should play. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me rant a little bit. Waking up here in London. I'm in the Fitzrovia district. It's a loud city. It's loud here. But it's fantastic. Just one little side step here. I really thank you for watching the series of London videos. I love cities, and I like the excitement of the city. And when people say, oh my God, all the violence in London, or the violence in New York, or the homeless in Seattle, San Francisco, these cities are great. Yes, there are issues in these cities, but that's because there's a lot more people concentrated in cities. So it's more noticeable than where a lot of other people live in the rural areas, and there's shit in other areas going there too. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Mazzy loves you. So, is there something that upsets you with vinyl collectors, John?
Sealed records. Fucking hell. What's all that about? If you're gonna buy a record, play the fucking record. Don't just stick it on a shelf. Play the fucking record. That's what it's for.
What do you think about this new thing called slabbing?
What the fuck is all that about? Slabbing. If you buy a record, play the fucking record. That's what it's for.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.